as you know, referrals are really the lifeline of our business. I think that it's a great way to get very inexpensive and effective people coming to your studio. And the reason that it's so effective is because they're actually really pre-qualified already. So, these are people that have talked to their friends, they've seen your products, they've heard basically testimonials that have gone on about your studio. So they're already excited. They're people that want to buy, and they're going to be very easy for you to convert into, hopefully very good sales. And so many photographers that I speak to have referral plans, but their plans just really aren't very effective. And I went back and I pulled some numbers, and in 2015 we had 65 sessions that were brand new clients just from referrals. Now, if you think about that, accounts for over 6 figures of sales in a year that were just referrals that we didn't have to put very much marketing income or any, marketing dollars into, because they were really referrals from our past clients that were already really happy. So photographers, I think really struggle with this though, because there's some challenges with referral programs. Often they're really hard to implement. Sometimes they're hard to track. Sometimes the problem is that nobody really knows that you offer a referral program, and so they're not able to take advantage of it. Sometimes it's that people aren't really interested in the benefit that comes with your referral program, so it's not a good incentive for them to actually participate. And often I've been finding that people are really uncomfortable using a referral program because they don't want to feel like they're profiting off of their friends. So that is, some of the challenges that we face. But there's actually some ways that we can overcome some of those challenges as well. So let's talk a little bit about some of those challenges and how we can do it effectively to make sure that you guys get the most referrals that you possibly can. So first, let's talk about the offer. Well, the offer needs to be attractive. And one thing I see photographers doing a lot is they'll say, okay, send in a new client and I'll send you in 8x10. And that's great. And I think photographers think, that's something I can afford to do. And it's something that's going to be easy for me to implement. But the problem is that 8x10s are actually probably one of the lower priced items on your price list. And for the most part, if your client wants an 8x10, they're just going to go and purchase it. So it's not anything that's really exciting to them. So what we did is we actually give away a $100 gift certificate to anybody that sends in a new referral. Now, that $100 has no limit on it, so they can use it on whatever they want. We do say it expires within 2 years, but we're very flexible with that because we know that sometimes, they'll be a little bit over that or whatever, but we do want them to come in, fairly often. So we do put on there that it's for 2 years, but certainly if they go over, that's fine. So we do a $100 gift certificate, and the reason we do a $100 gift certificate is because for us at the studio, that's not going to go super far, but it's a high enough dollar item that it's exciting to people. The other thing is that it's really easy for us to implement because we just have a whole bunch of gift certificates that are already pre-printed, and we keep them right by our desk. So as soon as somebody will give us the referral, all we have to do is write the name of the person that they referred onto the gift certificate and pop it in the mail, and now that's like done and out of our hands, and we don't have to actually even think about it. So we don't have punch cards that we need to track. We don't have to track how many referrals they've gotten and if they earn, this prize or this prize or this prize. So they can turn in as many of these as they want. If we had somebody that turned in 7 once, and I remember one of my managers coming to me and saying, Joy, is that okay? Like, she's got 7, that's $700 off. And I'm like, absolutely. That's great, because that means that she sent us 7 brand new clients. So for us, that's huge. 7 new clients is worth a lot to our studio. And the thing is that $100 off might be the thing that pushes them over to using or to actually purchasing a bigger ticket item. So maybe they, it now justifies or helps them justify getting that really expensive album that they wanted, or that 20 by 30 wall portrait that they wanted that maybe was $1,200 that now they can get for $1,100. And so it helps them really justify that. Or they know that if they send in 3 referrals, now it puts that into their right price point. So for us, it gives them a lot of flexibility, and it's easy for us to implement. Now, remember I said before that we don't like that people feel uncomfortable referring their friends, because we want to make sure that everybody is rewarded. So what we do is our clients that send in a referral, they get the $100 gift certificate, but their friend gets their base session fee waived. Now, our base session fee is $125. Obviously, for us, if they have evenings or weekends, that's an additional fee. And if they have more than our standard amount of people, that's an additional fee. But either way, their base session fee is waived, so they don't pay that. So the benefit here is that not only the person who is referring somebody gets a present, but the person who is referred gets a present. So it's a win-win for both. And our clients have found that since we've added that benefit for our clients, they have really gone and really ramped up their referrals, because now they're not only are they getting rewarded, but they're also getting a reward for their friends. So it's $100 for the person that's sending in the client, the brand new client, and for the new client, they get their session fee waived, which is a value of $125. Now, let's talk about some other problems that referral programs tend to have. Again, I mentioned a lot of times it's too hard to implement. So we've solved that by making our gift certificates pre-printed. We just have a stack of them right by our desk, and it's ready to go. Now, the benefit is obviously once it's sent out, it's out of our hands, and it's not anything that we need to track. Now, the other thing is that when you get something in the mail, or when your family gets something in the mail, and it's something that you need to keep, it tends to go in one spot, and in most households it goes on the fridge. So that means that I have this with my branding hanging on the fridge, just waiting. And so this is a constant reminder that they have $100 waiting to use at our studio. So it's going to sit on the fridge, and it's going to be one of those daily reminders that they get to, to come in. So it's kind of good top of mind marketing as well. We already talked about the problem being that it needs to be attractive. So it needs to be something that is, not an 8 by 10, because they are going to be able to just buy that themselves. We want to entice them to maybe purchase a little bit more, or purchase something that was a little out of reach for them. So that's why we did the very flexible gift certificate. And we need to reward both parties. But now let's talk a little bit about how the other problem that people have when they are talking about their referral programs, and that's actually how to implement it. Because that is often the most difficult part, is your clients don't necessarily know that you have a referral program. So at our studio, we're very regimented, because I do have a big staff, so I need to make sure that everybody's well trained. And so we want to make sure that we talk about our referral program 4 times to every single client. And the 4 times that we talk about our referral program is 1 at the initial call, 2 during the shoot, 3 during the sales appointment, and 4 after the shoot during delivery. So we're going to talk about each of those steps right now. So the first time that we talk about it is when they call to make their initial phone call. And so one of 2 things is going to happen. They're either going to have heard about us from a referral, or they're going to have heard about us from some other method. So let's talk about if they've heard about us from a referral. So the call would go something like this. Hey Susie, thanks so much for calling Shoot the Moon Photography. I'm really excited for your shoot. Let me just ask you, how did you hear about us? And so they were going to say, oh, my friend Robin told me about you. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, we love Robin. Well, I'm so excited for you because I want to let you know that because Robin referred you, we're actually going to waive your session fee, and we're going to go ahead and send a $100 gift certificate to Robin. So we're so excited to have you, and I'm so excited to be able to send Robin that gift certificate to thank her. And just as a little side note, if there's anybody that you think would love our services, make sure you go send them in, because I'd love to send you a $100 gift certificate as well. So basically what we did there is we were able to tell her that she's being rewarded. We told her what Robin, the person that referred her, is going to get, and we also planted a seed that if she sends anybody else in, she's going to go ahead and get that $100 gift certificate. So that's pretty cool. Now, the other thing is if somebody calls and they are a referral from a different source, like let's say that they saw us at a display. So they would call and I would say, oh, I just want to, ask, how did you hear about us? And they'll say, oh, we saw your display at the pediatrician's office. Okay, Tina is asking a great question. When do you send the gift certificate? After the new client orders, we would actually send it right after they book and place their down payment for their session. That's a great question. So as soon as we have the money for their session fee, then we would send the gift certificate. So let's just pretend that now somebody's called and they were referred from our marketing partner, our display. So they're going to call, I'm going to say, hey, how'd you hear about us? And she's going to say, oh, I saw you at the pediatrician's office. And I'm going to say, oh my gosh, okay, that's great. We love, our pediatrician. We really appreciate them. But I just want to the reason I was asking is I just want to let you know that we have a really great referral program. And so just keep it in mind because for every person you send to us, we were going to send you $100 gift certificate. So it just kind of plants the little seed. Now, remember I said that there was 4 times that we actually talk about our referral program. So the first one is during the initial call, and we plant the seed and kind of educate them subtly about that program, whether or not they had a referral or whether they were a referral from some other source. Now the second time is during the shoot, and we're basically going to do the exact same thing. So during the shoot, the photographer is going to, while they're shooting and just kind of chit-chatting, they're going to say, oh, how'd you hear about us? Now, obviously, we already know this information because we've, collected it, and we have notes actually written in their studio folder. But we're just trying to basically drop the hints again. So our photographer is going to say, oh, how'd you hear about us? And they're going to go through the whole thing again. So they're going to say, oh, my friend Robin told me about you. The photographer will say, oh, we love Robin. She's so much fun. I'll just double check and make sure that she got her gift certificate because she's going to get a $100 gift certificate for having sent you in. Isn't that so fun? And I'm sure that you got your session fee complimentary as well because you're a referral from her. Now again, if it was a different source, we would say, oh, we're so glad that you found out about us, from the pediatrician's office, and just keep it in mind, we have this great referral plan. So if you are, if you know anybody that would love us, we'd love to send you a $100 gift certificate. Now keep in mind, those people have their viewing and ordering session coming up. So it's very possible that they are highly motivated to go and get some referral credits built up before their viewing and ordering session. So it's really important that you make sure that you, bring in that reminder, I guess, right at their shoot. Now, the third time that we talk about this is during their viewing and ordering appointment. So we usually do it at the end, and we'll just say something like, I've had such a great time working with you, and the way that we grow our business really is through referrals. And so just keep that in mind. We would love to have you, refer any of your friends that you think would really love our services. So we just flat out ask for it. And we tell them a little bit about, the program. We say, we are going to reward both of you, and we're going to take care of your friend with the same, great care that we're taking care of you. So we'll just basically ask for the referral. And, if you have a happy client, they're more than happy to go ahead and, refer people. Okay, Susan is asking, do I have tangible referral cards anymore? We do not have tangible referral cards. Everything is so social media driven these days, and we just explain the program, and we know that through talking about it and through us asking, then we can find out who actually was the referral of them. Okay, so then the fourth thing that we do is we have what's called a little tuck-in card. So this just goes in their order. So this is the very last way that we're going to tell them about our referral program. And it basically just says like, Our best compliment is to see you again. Our second best is your referral. Thank you. And then it explains the program. So it has all the details in here. Again, it's branded. It's tucked into the top of their order, so it's one of the first things that they see. And it just talks a little bit about the program so that we know that we've not only talked to them about sending in referrals when they call, during their shoot, during their viewing and ordering appointment, and then we slip in a little piece of written material with their order. So there's all different kinds of ways that they are actually exposed to our program, and that is why it's really important that you're very consistent about it, but that you also have it where it is very attractive for your clients to go ahead and order. So if you like tips like this, please feel free to share this with your friends. Comment below. I love hearing comments from you. And then also, I have a new book. It's at joynewbook.com. It's only $5.60, and it's great, quick ideas that you can implement right away to help you get more high-ticket clients in the door. And it's at joynewbook.com.